So next thing is, I like you to watch a little bit when we step, also against kicks too. So a lot of people, either if you box, they're here. What's happening, your lower part is very open and unprotected. So let's say if you're a puncher, everybody can kick you, sweep you. So a lot of people, I don't understand why we in Wing Chun, in my Wing Chun, why we have 100% our weight here. Our front leg is not loose. Michael, if I could have you assist this. See, if my front leg would be totally loose and 100% like some kickboxing does, if Michael would sweep my leg, the weight of my leg would bring me off balance and he could attack me. So there are two things we have to really understand. If somebody gives me a really speedful jab and punches, this means that moment he's also vulnerable while you're attacking, the way he attacks, because he leans in. So when you give me that thing, he cannot change directions. Because that moment he leans in, he cannot move if I can counter him. First. And second is, just like if you see we're talking, if he's off balance, hey, boom! If somebody's off balance, you're helpless too. So this is another vulnerable point for you. So balance is the key for everything, for explosiveness, for speed, timing, distance, power. So balance is A and O for Wing Chun and for Eskrima. So that's why for any martial artist, if you're off balance, how can you fight? Now, there are different ways of balance. We can be balanced here, we can be balanced here. This makes you feel your balance, but actually you cannot move. If I have weight here, how can I chase the guy? If I don't hurt him, bang, you see there, until I switch my weight to go, he's maybe not hurt or recovers, so I have a new opponent against. So the average person cannot afford that. If I'm a tournament fighter, it's a tournament, I know how to take punches, I can jump around, that's fine. Fantastic, nothing against it. But in real street, I don't want that guy comes after me a second time. This is what you have to really, really understand. Okay? So therefore we have no weight. And also we don't stay like this close, because if he gives me a roundhouse kick, it's understanding about timing. Look, he can hurt me, I cannot hurt him. Now if he goes back again, okay, kick me again, don't move that leg from there. Now look, he hurts me, I can't. Now watch, I'm not moving my head, and he's not going to step. Look at this, I'm going back in my Now, he needs to do what to kick me here? He steps in, this means I can hit him. Do you understand about timing now? So that's why we don't stay like this. If he's there, I'm here. So why should I give him a target? If my head is here, why should I give him 2 feet off target when I'm here? So it doesn't make sense, and he cannot kick me anyway. Now, of course, a lot of people, maybe he makes a jump kick in here and gives me a snap kick. So we do not move. Maybe we go here over diagonal a little bit. Very slow, I do it wrong. This is really wrong. Look, if I go straight in diagonal, I will run into it. Same thing if I would be a Thai boxer or boxer. My reaction for the knee blocks are too late. And again, how can I ask a woman or a weaker man to do a block with a shin? He's going to feel pain, just scramble, and then the guy's going to kick his face probably. So therefore, if he gives me that kick, so our steps, if you can see here, see, it's a circle in here. So if he kicks me, see, like a wedge. It's same kick, same leg. I don't care. See, I let him pass and he runs right into this. Okay. Same thing as if he gives me he's going to give me for now 5 kicks. Look, he gives me a cross kick diagonal over here. Bang. He gives me a straight kick parallel. He gives me a snap kick. Same for 3 times. Now look, he gives me a cross kick over here. I'm still going to use the same. My circle protects me. You see, he cannot kick here. If he gives me a straight kick here, look. And it's not a block. I'm pitching him off. I intercept. So if you really look, if he gives me a cross punch here, look this. You remember in the first tape? And he gives me a cross kick same time. Same concept. Again, you don't need to change your concept. So if he gives me a straight kick here and a straight punch here, same concept. Okay? So it's the same concept again. So if he gives me a cross kick here and a punch there, look at the same. Can you see the parallelity now? It's the same thing, does not change. So if he gives me a straight kick here, look. It's the same here. So you really use the same concept with the hands and the legs. And later on in tape 3, you will see we use the same concept on the ground against throws, or if you're on top or underneath the person. For Wing Chun, really doesn't matter where. And I personally created anti-grappling according to the concept, so I contribute a lot for the development of Wing Chun. Wing Chun was not the same 300 years ago when Mui and Yim Wing Chun created it, and all the way to Dr. Loing Jan and Grandmaster Yip Man till today. So everybody did their contribution that Wing Chun, since it's scientific and science doesn't stay still. It's always develops more and more, and then time of street fight has changed if you get attacked in the street. When I use a street fight, we don't teach people street fight. There are lots of people that use title street fighter, killer instinct. We don't teach people how to street fight, we don't teach people killer instinct. Why? Because I don't want any of my students to get a killer instinct and kill people. I don't want anybody who goes in the street and fights street fight. I want people to realistically defend themselves, or realistic self-protection, if you want to call it like that. So very, very understand the importance for an instructor, how he represent himself. For me, it's very, very important that everyone, even you as the audience, listen, and my student understand exactly what I'm trying to do here. It's about really helping that average person to protect themselves. I don't want to create a rumble out of that guy and goes violent and then does the killer instinct stuff. Okay? So very, very important. It's about the average person. He does not have time to train whatever, like boxing. He needs to jump ropes and he needs stretching for kickboxing, and he doesn't train the technique so much. Okay? Or he gets attacked in different variations. Wing Chun is the absolute system, complete system, and Eskrima is the complete weapon system. So this is what we teach, okay? So I want you to understand. So later on you will see Eskrima as well, and you will see the concepts are identical. They're all based on physics of nature. So what Wing Chun is Taoism. Taoism stands for balance, right? You hear all this word yin and yang. So what is yin and yang? Look, hey, in this movement, Bongzong is yin and yang. My pressure forward is yang, but that I can give in the same time is yin. So mix, right? Or same thing, look, big yin, big yang. or my fist, look, very relaxed. You can say it's yin. But if I hit, what's going to happen? The explosion here on his head is going to be yang. So you understand what yin and yang physically has to do with martial arts. A lot of people think or meditation, they're sitting on a hill and go boom, 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 and this has to do. What does it do with martial arts? Okay, you have to understand, I mean, anything is focused and concentrated is meditation. Anything you do intensively, even while I'm speaking to you right now, is for me absolute fulfilling. I'm happy because I'm focused on one point, because I'm trying to teach you something or give you an idea. I hope to help you. So this is, for me, it's absolute meditation because I'm happy with it. You see, any type of concentration is really meditation. Anything you love and you do intensively, makes you happy while you're doing it, at the time you're doing it, this is nothing else than meditation for you, okay? So because you feel relieved. And also martial arts for me now is different. The fighting has changed. I mean, if you really look at that, like 25 years ago, there was barely judo guys, or what is normal, you know, like boxing or something in this country, in the United States, or in Europe. Judo was like popular, but wasn't not for the street. People did it in dojos. But in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, was kickboxing. People kicking. Mid 70s, like, you know, all like the legends like Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee, one of the first, not inventors, but one of the person that started the full contact tournament type of thing with the gears. Look, they started to get more and more real. So people outside of martial arts start to see it through the movies and stuff. Hey, and then adapt. But needed 25 years. Every kid out there know how to make a roundhouse kick now without prior training. People do breakdancing, they know how to kick. People punches. The movie industry, everything, so the fighting has changed. You know, in the mid-70s was very traditional karate. Kickboxing, the American type of karate, the modern kickboxing was the early 80s, late 80s, and then late 80s, and then early 90s really was Muay Thai boxing, Thai kick, really tough kicks, hardcore. And then early 90s till now was jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling. So the type of the martial arts and the fighting, the enemy or the opponent you're facing changed. So Wing Chun is scientific, it adapted always. So we have to go by time. And 300 years ago, well, and in Hong Kong, they fight like hui and hai, right? All this, you saw the classic 70s, after Bruce Lee, all the Kung Fu movies come out. See, they were all very, very fantasy, right? Animal imitating. So who fights like that? I mean, there must be maybe 300 years ago like this, I don't know. But now people get more real, people train harder. So the average person out there, I said they don't have the time, but also there's lots of kids out there that are still fit. You know, the bullies are fit. So they get the wrong impression from the movie industry or whatever, and they go in and start trouble. Maybe. I don't want to criticize the movie industry all the time, but things affect us. Everything affects. What I'm saying here affects you people. So I want you to understand, I don't want to be a negative issue. I want to be a realistic issue here. I want to open your eyes and say, look, hey, this is what is real. This is functional and this works for you. But please don't misuse it. Okay? It's always, all these martial arts, they were developed also for training your character, forming your character, become or turn into a better human being. Be more friendly. Look, I can smash everybody, I can hurt people, but now this means I can afford to be very friendly now because I'm confident, right? So I want you to understand this is a perspective the way I like to see it. Okay? So I don't need to be tough. So if the necessary step is there and then the situation is there, I can prove I'm tough. So why should I do it before? I want you to understand this approach I'm trying to give you here. So all this is something with philosophy to do. All this is yin and yang. And then the concept in Wing Chun, I said, is Taoism, is physics of nature, balance. So that's what you see here. When, if you see, look, everything, remember the circle, the center line I explained? So I have here Bongza, we call something half under, half up. Our center line, if you look at the center line, the same distance is above the center line and same distance, it's always 50-50, always yin and yang. If I do a ganza, now I have to take my whole arm. Center line, look, half of mine is up, half. If I take both hands, look, 50-50. The center line will go through here, half off. Look, half off. So yin and yang is always there physically. Many martial arts sites cannot explain this. They say, well, woman, man, air, water, whatever. They try and then, what do you try to tell me? So I want you to understand what this has to do physically, especially in Wing Chun you can see it. Okay, and this means balance. And this is what I said earlier. Balance is the key to success. In fighting, in real life, love life, relationship, business, you have to be balanced. If you're not balanced, you cannot reach anything. Because you're distracted everywhere. Okay, you have to fight, and fighting for your balance, you're distracted, you're not connected with your opponent. In business life, you're distracted, you're not focused, people steal your money. In love life, you lose your person you really want to be sharing your life because you're distracted. You're very confused. So I want you to understand how important it is outside of martial arts. Generally, balance is really, really important.